Hey guys, my name is Steve and this is Walmart Woodworks, and today's design is going to be a very simple one, but it'll help you take care of some of the scrap wood that you've got. I know everybody that does laser engraving, you have piles upon piles of scrap plywood. There's little pieces that just have enough material where you don't want to trash them. Well, this is the perfect project for that, and it'll make a perfect gift as well. So stay tuned. I'll show you how to use a couple of simple shapes, a couple of elements from Canva, which we like to use, or you can use whatever software you use to generate your little Christmas ornaments or holly leaves or whatever festive items you want. So I'll go over this simple file and we'll jump over to LightBurn. I'll show you how I made it, and then we'll go over to the laser. I'll cut it real quick. Yeah, this will be a perfect, quick project for you. It's great for beginners. Okay, now that we're over in LightBurn, we will begin with our project. Before I do, I usually like to jump right into Canva though and get my elements. So here it doesn't matter the size, I'm just using a poster US size, but I'm going to go to elements, and here we can put Christmas holly. We only want graphics, so we can grab a couple of these graphics here. And you could do Santa hats or whatever else that you feel would be appropriate for your bookmark. And we'll also type in snowflakes. We'll just take a few of these designs. We'll see which ones look best. Now, for me to download this, we'll call this book. I have the Pro account, so I am able to download as an SVG, but you can also download as a PNG and convert and trace that. We just hit download and we can import our graphics. Now we're just going to move these over to the side because we won't be working with those just yet. Now, a standard bookmark is going to be about 2 inches by about 6 inches. And I like to go to shape properties on the right over here, and we just like to add a little bit of a radius just to ease that corner a little bit, a little too much. Let's go down to 2 1/4 inch, and I think that looks great. With our design, we are also going to want an offset. So I'm just going to do an inward offset of something that will be manageable. We're going to, let's see, if we round that, we want to make sure we leave our original. And if we wanted to round this some more, we could. All right, so we have our basic layout. And then just like a standard ornament, Christmas ornament that we make, we're just going to make a little topper. And then we'll do an offset of this as well. We'll do this inward as well, just enough to put a little string through. But we do want to make sure that it is thick enough where we won't have any issues. Now, I'm not going to attach this yet. I like to do that at the very end, and I do recommend that if you are going to be making many of these, you will want to save this as a duplicate and just move it off your workspace. Now, a lot of people don't use the draw lines tool. It can be a little daunting when you first begin with it. See how it bends. So if we hit escape, we could start again. Now, so with our line tool, if we hit the S button, it gives us that little bit of a curve. And we knew from the last tutorial that if you click here and your cursor changes, that'll tell you that you're halfway. So let's just take it down here. So we hit our S. So the line tool may take a little bit of time to get used to, but it just does make a simple bend. Here I'm just trying to go back a little bit. I don't want anything too crazy. I just want a nice sweeping movement. And really what I could do as well, I could just draw halfway and then use my cut tool and then just cut that. And now what I can do is I can delete that, and then we can just Control D to duplicate, and then we mirror it, and then we just try to line that up the best we can. That looks decent. So I'll select both of that, and then I'll do an offset, and I want to do both because I want this line to go all the way down and through everything. We do want to delete the original. We click OK. So now all we have to do is use our cut tool, and I'm going to cut that, cut that, cut that, and cut that. Now this piece is all complete as one, but I want to add a place for the monogram. So we're just going to pull a circle, and I do want this circle to remain a circle, and I just want it to touch ever so slightly. But before we do that, let's select everything here and group that together. And now we can select and center. So this is a little bit big. Let's pull it down a little bit, and then we will center it again. We just want it to touch a little bit, not too much. I think that works out well. So now we get our cut tool back. Let us ungroup this for now that everything is aligned. Cut that, cut that, cut that, and cut that. There we go. So now we have our top piece, and then we have our duplicate over here, which is our bottom piece. So now all that's left to do is take our elements. So you could take your snowflakes and turn them ever so slightly, and then just see how many we can get in there. You could do one big snowflake. Now with the holly, you want to treat this a little differently, because if we tried to cut all of this out, it wouldn't really be the best. So if we do an offset of this, move this out of the way so we can see, you want to make sure that everything is going to be touching. Okay, we want to leave the original, and it is on rounded. So we click OK. Now our outside, let's do Control Z and do that one more time, because now that I realize we just want the outward. So we bring this down and bring that back up. We click OK. Now this we can cut out, and the rest of this we can engrave. Select everything, group it together, and then we can bring it down. And then here, of course, you can mirror that, so we can change to the other side. You don't want to make these too small, or it won't actually be able to cut that out. Okay, now let's work on our monogram. The monogram is going to be very simple and straightforward. We're just going to take another circle, just make that a little bit smaller, and then we're going to put this on an engrave. So let's say we're going to set up our blue as a fill, and then we can do our red as just a little score line. Now you can put your initials in here. Let's see, we have S and W. Move that down a little bit and just center that, and we'll put that on a fill. Now if we look over here, this looks like maybe we should just score these little leaves. Filling those might be too much. And there it is. There is your perfect bookmark. Now we only have 3 items here, so we are just going to take this. Let's take this, we'll group this together, center that, center align that, just bring that down right about there. And now we click on this, we click on, and we can ungroup this there and there, and we weld that together. Control D to duplicate. So this is our back and this is our front. Now you can change that to any initials you want, and we can even move this so it cuts out on the same cut line. Okay, let me get my scrap wood and we will get this cut. Okay, so now all you have to do is go through your scrap and find something that you could that would be the right size, and this size looks good, so we'll load this up in our machine. All we have to do is lower the machine to the appropriate height, tighten that in, turn this on, frame this out, and start our job.
A few moments later.
Okay, with everything cut out, we just want to push these pieces through. We got our engraving. I always find tweezers are really nice for these little tiny parts. If I was to do this again, I think I'd cut down the engraving. I had the power set a little too high. Okay, now I just want to line these 2 up, and I'm just going to lightly score where that is. You can use paint pens or acrylic paints, or whatever you care to. I even have bought stains in the past, and that works out very well. I'll just put a little bit of glue on here. Alright, that is how you can quickly and repeatedly make bookmarks, perfect gifts, out of the scrap piles you got laying around. So let me know in the comments below, what small projects do you make to get rid of your scrap? Are you making small parts or small giveaways like these? Until next time, my name is Steve, and this has been WilmerWoodworks. I'll have this design on my website for download. I'll put a link in the video description below. And also, don't forget about my school community. It's skool.com, Laser Labs. Go over there, sign up, and connect with other like-minded laser enthusiasts that are either on the hobby side or the side hustle side. So that community is free to join, so I encourage you to go over there. We ask 3 simple questions, and it's a very easy sign up. But enough talk about that. If you can, enjoy your holiday season. I know this video will be airing right before Thanksgiving here in the US, so please enjoy your holiday break if you are going to have one. If not, I do appreciate you tuning in anyway, and we'll catch you next week.